Good Tuesday morning. I am exhausted. It's all I can do not to go crawl right back in bed. Instead, I've made a double batch of coffee and plan to inhale it shortly. Whew. Yesterday, there was dog park, there were errands, there was a grocery store. There was no work. No work. I took an actual holiday off. And then there was a barbecue at my brother's. I think my biggest cheat there was 2 tortilla chips. Made possible by the fact that everyone was on board and supportive. Asking, can you have this? Can you have this? Can you have this? Mostly my brother, because he was doing a lot of the cooking stuff. So I brought a giant batch of veggies and a homemade ranch dip. My brother made another batch of his ceviche, and I had some of that even though I know that there's clamato in it. And I had 2 tortilla chips in that. It was nice hanging out there yesterday. Did I mention how tired I am? I got home last night around 7, and by 8 o'clock I was just laying on my bed with Dutch, staring at the ceiling, exhausted. My body was tired from all of the adventures. I may have overdone it a little bit, and probably shouldn't have really walked at the dog park yesterday. Oh God, I gotta tell you, I was laying on the bed on my back, so you know, all of your chub kind of settles with gravity. And I had my hands like on my rib cage, and I slid them down just a little bit, and I could feel the bump of the bottom of my rib cage. And I'm like, what is that? Oh, is that a rib cage I feel? And then like, what is this? Your like sternum? I could feel the bump at the bottom where your rib cage comes together. I was just like, anatomy and skeletal structure takes on a whole new level of interest when you can actually feel your bones. Like, I talked about how I have collarbones now. Apparently now I have ribs. That's ridiculous, Dutch. You going? No more snuggles? Okay, thank God. It kills my back, but... okay. I need to go do stuff and things. Good morning. It is Thursday. And we slept in a little bit because Dutch had us up at like 5:30 this morning. He wasn't feeling well, and then we went back to bed. I have not eaten since lunchtime yesterday, I think around noon. It is probably 9:30 or something now, and I'm not even hungry. If I break my fast here soon, it's because I'd really like some coffee. But we'll see. I may push even that for a while. Maybe I'll do my first 24-hour fast and just not have coffee until like noon. I feel it's better for everyone else's safety if I do just go ahead and have coffee. But we'll see. So I just showed you how I make egg roll in a bowl. It is the thing that I have made 13 out of the 14 weeks that I've been doing keto now. It's super easy, makes 4 servings, it's super good. I got it from Keto Connect. I will link the recipe below. Anytime you see me making a recipe that is someone else's, I'm not going to really share thorough ingredients and portions and things. I would rather just link you to them and let them get their credit. So I will link the recipe below. Do I change anything? I don't think I changed anything. Oh, I put the sesame oil and the green onion in right at the end when I add the cabbage. So there's a little cook on it. I believe that Mega does it after it's done cooking. I just chuck it in there and stir it up and serve it. And then the sesame seeds on my serving. 2 things to note. I prefer it with the Hempler's hot Italian sausage. So then that sausage doesn't have any bad stuff in it. None of the nitrites stuff. I've tried it with some other pork sausages and with ground beef. I seem to like that best. I do use sriracha in mine, but sugar is the second ingredient in sriracha. So use your own judgment. Do what you want with that information. I choose to use it in my egg roll in a bowl. Still losing weight, still feeling good. Your choice. I'm gonna eat now. It's Friday. I've had a very busy day. I started the day out emptying out my storage unit and a few other errands. My point is that today was another example of me needing to change my mindset, because I've been knowing that I wanted to empty my storage unit and not pay $40 a month for what I don't think I need anymore. I've been putting it off for like a week and a half because I had it in my head it was going to be difficult, and carrying heavy things and but it's easier to carry things that weigh 40, 50 pounds when you've just lost that amount of weight. Like, I weighed 350 pounds the beginning of January. I don't even know what I weighed when I got the storage unit in September, but at my heaviest I was 365. So now I'm 310, and my body's used to carrying that extra weight. So carrying those boxes and things was nothing. My knees barely blinked. It was so easy. And that's an example of how I need to start retraining my brain and stop thinking everything is going to be so difficult because of my size. Seriously, it took me a couple trips. I did it all myself, and it's all in a temporary location around here. I need to go through it and deal with it all, but seriously, that was nothing. As of last night, I had resigned myself to paying $40 again for another month just to buy myself some more time to get it done, because I was also pretty busy lately. And instead, this morning, thanks to keto energy that I still have, I just rolled over there and got it done. Anyway, one of my other errands was to get myself another birthday present. 2 more to be exact, but It's along the same lines. I got myself 2019 Road Atlas for the United States, and I'm coming for you, Oregon. I am going to explore the crap out of you, and I am prepared even when I have no cell service. Plus, I like to go through and mark the places that I've been. I'm a nerd like that. Brand new atlases, ready for adventure. I cannot be contained. Good morning. We have been keeping it easy like Sunday morning. It is probably close to 10? Well, 9:30. I had a proper cheat day yesterday. And the reason was because it was my birthday. I had been telling myself since I started keto that I could have a treat maybe every 4 weeks at that monthly keto mark. And I think I've only really done that once. I know there was an ice cream sandwich at the 2-month mark, but I haven't really wanted to or felt the need to, but I knew that 3.5 months in, I would probably have a proper cheat day because it was my birthday. I figured that by then there would be things that I missed or would like to just experiment with, see what they did to me after not having them for so long. So I just kind of decided that day of I would kind of go with the flow and see what it was I wanted and how far I wanted to take it, blah, blah, blah. There was one thing that I thought I wanted to do. There's a donut shop by Providence Park where the Portland Timbers play. My sister and I have season tickets. We go to all the home games. Yesterday there was a home game. And so I kind of thought maybe in the morning I would go to Cocoa Donuts and get a buttermilk bar. When we were there earlier in the day, We go down there twice a day on game day. Don't get me started. When we were down there in the morning, I told my sister that I had been thinking about possibly going to Cocoa Donuts and getting a buttermilk bar. She loves them too. She understood why that would be a choice on my birthday. But then she told me about Pip's Original Donuts. And that on your birthday with ID, or even up to 7 days after your birthday, they will give you 1 dozen of their little baby donuts, which are probably the equivalent of a donut hole, for free. What? Free donuts? Sorry, Coco. I'd never been there. I had no idea what to expect. My sister called them donut holes, so that's what I had in my head. And they had 6 flavors that day up on their chalkboard. I didn't know what any of them tasted like. So I just told the girl to give me 2 of each for my dozen. And when I was handed my box of little baby donuts, they were warm donuts. Seriously? How am I supposed to not eat that whole box before I even got back to my sister's house? So we get in the car and I open it up and I see that they're like proper little baby donuts. Hole in the middle and everything. And they're gourmet. They aren't just... These are not your average ordinary tiny donuts. They were all like cake donuts. But they had like... One was strawberry rhubarb. There was one with honey in the name. It looked like a plain donut, but it had a very light taste of honey. There was the Dirty Woo, which had Nutella and salt, I think. Then there was just the Nutella one. There was the maple bacon one. There was a cinnamon sugar one. Y'all, these were delicious. So I decided, since they were warm, I would pick 2 of them that I thought you really needed to probably taste warm, and ate those. And then I just took the tiniest little nibble out of the other 4 so that I knew what they had tasted like warm. And that was it. Like, I wasn't going to eat all those and then be sick at the game. They were delicious. I have no regrets. Happy birthday to me. But that was it. I put them away. What I noticed, as for the effect it had on me, is that in no time, my stomach was churning. It was talking. That was it. And throughout the rest of the day, I kind of didn't feel like I was going to cheat much beyond that. I had even considered fasting for the night. A day or 2 before, I thought about going to Salt and Straw or Ruby Jewel or 50 Licks and getting ice cream. I had no desire to do that. And then on the drive home, I was thinking, you know what? I've kind of earned the ability to eat what I want for dinner. And it is my birthday. I decided the thing that I kind of was missing most was pizza. So I got pizza on the way home, a small one, and I ate what I wanted to eat of it, and then I brought the leftovers to my mom and dad. I did not want it in the house for the rest of the day, where I may sneak back into the kitchen and have just one more slice, like 5 times. So I got it out of the house as soon as I felt like I'd had enough, and then it's nothing I even have to face today. It's over and done with. The pizza didn't seem to really bother me, other than like the obvious water retention now and things like that you're going to have after you eat a bunch of carbs and stuff. I'm good. I don't feel crappy. I'm not in any sort of carb coma today. I'm just a little dehydrated, but that's also because I've been off my water game the last week. And the biggest takeaway from it is it's not causing any kind of downward spiral. I'm not maintaining bad behaviors today. I am just right back at it this morning. One super noticeable thing, I guess, is how hungry I was this morning, because those carbs just do not sustain you. And my dinner was a bunch of carbs. And this morning, for the first time in 3.5 months, I guess, I was famished when I woke up. What are you doing, dude? I would not recommend celebrating that way early on in keto, because it may be harder to make solid decisions the next day or that evening or whatever. But I felt like 3.5 months in, I had enough control and I was far enough along in this that it wasn't going to derail me. My birthday was good. My sister gave me my birthday presents yesterday, and one of the things she got me was a pair of jeans. And they were a size smaller, if not a couple size smaller. Depends, I guess, on where you go. I used to wear a 26 or 28, depending on the jeans. It could be a 28. She gave me a pair of jeans that were a 24. And when I got home, I tried them on. And I messaged her and I said, the jeans don't fit. And she messaged back and she's like, bummer, keep going, dude. They'll fit soon, or something like that. And I messaged her back and I said, they're too big. And she's like, what? So I think in those particular jeans anyway, I need to try a 22 or something. I don't know. I haven't really tried any clothes shopping yet. I'm just basing it off of what I already have that now fits me or is too big for me and all of that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have more coffee, up my water game, because that ain't cool, and edit videos. I don't know if there will be adventuring today. Who knows?